All right, we're hanging out. It's a wet work week in store. Shower's going to be lasting until at least the weekends. We have full forecast details coming up. We're also going to hear from Pink and DJ Champion. That's just around the corner.
Shut up, Beans. This is no longer 94.9. This is now Cardinal Sinners radio station. We're here. Just do what you're told.
Well, so we have we have some company in studio. Cardinal Sinners are here. You got a big taping tonight. Thanks for just busting in.
You're welcome there, button pusher.
Wrestling Reality was born between Peter Smith and myself. We had just kind of brainstormed one day.
And we just started thinking, well, what if? You know, nobody's ever done this before. What if we kind of give them a glimpse into our life? We had intended never to even put a match on TV.
So we had about a 2-year journey, knocking on doors, and eventually we did land a network deal.
Then we brought Gary Gallant into the conversations, and we started talking about running a wrestling promotion and started crunching numbers and trying to figure out how we could make it work.
So finally we hooked up with the right crew, and it's been going very well ever since.
Tonight, in all seriousness, tonight is the beginning of a new era in Maritime wrestling. And I would suggest to the fans, you know, all jokes aside, come out and enjoy it, because you don't want to miss out on this one.
We've done this for the last 10 years, hoping for something like this big to come along so that it will take off and we'll have something that we've put the last 10 years into. These kids get to step up, and it's pretty much served them on a silver platter.
This is like the break that all these guys need, you know what I mean? Like they can take this as far as they want.
And now they get the chance. They can either step up and run with it and take advantage of it, or they'll screw it up for themselves and get big-headed. Oh, I'm on TV right now. So
this is my first time back in about 6 months seeing everybody, so it's just really great to be able to get back in the swing of things here.
This is all new to me. This, having a camera in my face is totally new, so I'm just going to take each day as it comes.
So I think there's a buzz around every town, and if we don't draw, that means wrestling's dead.
We're heading off to meet with the sponsor. They paid for our radio ads, so we're going to go out there, just spend an hour just shaking hands and kissing babies. So.
We're going to the Mazda dealership to, I don't know what we're fucking doing. I know fuck all about cars.
What's your favorite car besides your
They let us have an RX-8.
I don't really have a favorite car.
I'll try.
You know what? And people spend their whole lives admiring like these pieces of machinery. I've just created one. I walk around in it.
We had a car dealership down in the Kentville area that really stepped up and helped us with some radio ads. And we had this one chap that worked there at the dealership, and the dealership had gone out and actually got him a T-shirt. And we really do appreciate the support people like that give us as well.
He's the undisputed heavyweight champion of the wash bag.
This is Mike Landry, everybody. Thanks very much, Mike, for all the support.
How you doing, guy?
We were running short on the budget. We really couldn't afford to pay for the radio ads, which we know is the best way to try to market this in this area. So we just came here and I approached Mr. Landry and said, listen, if you try to promote our show for us, tag your ad onto the end. If you could cover the cost, we certainly appreciate it.
we get hurt, we get injured, you know, everybody does. From concussions to broken bones, torn ligaments, torn muscles, we've experienced it all. You know, everybody that's in this business seriously has experienced a lot of physical pain and you know, a lot of headaches and bumps on this. So fake is absolutely the wrong word.
It's a lot harder than people think.
Well, people think wrestling,
way
you know,
harder.
the biggest word people like to use, oh, wrestling is fake.
Yeah.
There's nothing
That's what I was
fake
just
about wrestling.
correcting
There's
you
nothing
about,
fake
Gary.
about falling. There's choreography, yes. There's predetermined outcomes, stuff like that, yes. But I mean, when you're being slammed on the ground, I mean, I can show you the ring. It's metal, steel, wood.
Go jump on your patio and fall on your back or fall on your face. Yeah, that feels. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It might look like landing on balls. It's basically about learning how to fall. If you know how to fall, you're still going to get hurt, but at least you can soften your blow. If you don't know how to fall, you're in trouble. Like, but don't be fooled. Like, if you can go take a whack on yourself if you want. Don't be fooled. Like.
So these are cables. They're not elastic. They hurt when you hit them. Sure, we know how to keep ourselves from getting injured, but we get hurt every night. There's a big difference between getting hurt and being injured. Neither one of them feels real nice. Just one means you can work the next day, the other one means you can't.
For someone to say that it's fake for what we go through and how hard we train is just like the biggest insult to hear. Because I guarantee you, I bring anyone who says it's fake down to my school for what, half hour, they'll be crying in their socks. Crying in their socks to get out there. They have no clue, and I don't blame them. They don't. There's no way they could have any clue, right? But then they can't go around saying it's fake.
I've got a wrestling school that I've had for the past 2 years in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And I mean, it's not a moneymaker thing. It's strictly just to go in there and properly teach people that want to learn how to wrestle, and just to go in there and do it the right way. You've got to be in top physical shape to do this. It's not easy. It separates the boys from the men. And you have to go to the gym, you have to be big, you have to look good to compete in the sport.
We come to the show and we're only working for like, 10, 15, 25, 30 minutes a night. So like we have the whole day to basically some of us go to the gym just to kill time. I hate standing still. I find when you're on the road, there's a lot of time we're just kind of standing around not doing anything. And there really isn't anything wrong with that, but I find like I just get fidgety, have to move around.
We gotta go to the gym every day. And if there's no gym, then you gotta improvise, right?
And even on the days you're gonna be wrestling?
Especially on the days you're gonna be wrestling, you gotta look good.
Yeah.
Just drink my water, eat my tuna, go to bed, wait for the next day to get up, go train again, go back to the ring.
All right, Scott, we have to have a talk here.
What's up, Mike?
What's with the sideburns, man?
You know, the sideburns,
They're hideous.
they're not hideous.
You're a baby face.
Should I dye them maybe?
Only some.
No, you should shave them.
They're like vaginas on the side of your face.
That looks like the back of my nuts before I shave. I think we gotta ditch the sideburns.
Ditch the sideburns?
We need razors. Anybody got a razor?
I got one.
A razor.
What is that?
What is this? A bikini razor. Is this yours?
Yeah.
It is.
What's it for?
It's a razor for personal areas.
Whoa, stop the bus.
Hey, I take your personal area over your
Do it.
face.
So this is yours.
Yeah, mine. Oh.
I got a clipper.
Clipper, that's what I want.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want.
Oh, you have some.
He doesn't realize that he has to bring his good qualities out instead of trying to hide them, especially behind big, fuzzy, goofy-looking Elvis sideburns.
We had all used the same entry music. I've been using the same entry music for years and years, but it's copywritten by somebody else. So we had to come up with original music. Luckily, Gary Gallant has a band, Dead Reach, and they create their own music, they write their own music, and it's heavy, and it's good. It blends with wrestling very well.
People now, when they watch TV and they're watching a wrestling program, as soon as that music hits, they know who it is. It's so important. It's kind of like an identity almost, right?
Matt and John did a great job of our music. You can get a sense of what you're dealing with right from the start, whether it's a good guy, a bad guy. It's like everything in life. There's parts in your life where you can relate to music.
Like basing around this idea,
Because that's the main thing that carries the groove.
and then introducing guitars in the same rhythm, right? And then the original drum feel.
You want it to match the strut of your body, you know. Obviously, a smaller guy wants something really fast beat. This is a bump, you know what I mean? It's kind of the way I walk.
Two guys in here who are walking in, Matt and John, these are the guys who wrote your music.
Oh, hey guys.
And you did a phenomenal job. I don't know if all you guys got to hear it.
You did mine kick-ass, so just listen to it for the first time.
Good. Yeah.
Awesome. Absolutely to the T what I wanted in an entry song.
Awesome. Well, Matt told me that you were like 7 feet tall and 400 pounds, so I'm like, I bet this guy gets freaking music right.
I exaggerated a bit, but
Yeah, it's a real strutting song, and that's what I want to do is strut.
it's difficult to grade this.
The only better
stuff.
strutting song is Staying Alive. Women in wrestling have got the exact same role as men in wrestling, to get a crowd reaction. It doesn't matter how you get the crowd reaction. If you can get that crowd reaction from great wrestling, that's perfect. But it's not always the case. I mean, if you can get a good crowd reaction by being a great wrestler and being very good looking, you get more of a reaction.
I think prep is extremely different for Marissa than it is for us.
Definitely.
Whereas we're wrestlers, she's a valet and a figure competitor. So for her to get ready is a lot different than for us to get ready.
Give me some examples.
Do you want to go first?
Hair, makeup, tan. How long did it take to butter me up? We put layers and layers of tanning. I mean, this is all about looking, I'm arm candy. That's what I'm supposed to be. So everything goes into the,
A lot of it, unfortunately, for females is sex appeal.
If they don't feel anything, they're gonna go, oh, wasted $15.
Exactly.
And, it was okay. That's not what we want.
And not only
we
that,
want them
but, like,
passionate, because that's what wrestling fans are. Wrestling fans are some of the most passionate fans you'll ever find.
It's true.
Not everybody's a wrestling fan, but when you find them, they are the most passionate people you've ever met.
Generally, before every wrestling event, you'll usually get I guess more or less a pep talk from your booker, and your booker's in charge of your locker room. He's a ring general. He's the one that he's the top wrestler of the group. In this particular case, we had Peter and Gary were both there, and they more or less told everybody what they wanted for the night.
Remember, you're not telling a story to each other or to us back here. Everything. Relate every single thing you do to the fans. If you're evil, be fucking evil. And if you're good, be good. Slap every hand on the way out. Cheesy babyface stuff. We do this because we don't want to work for a fucking living. So let's just go out and have fun.
Good evening, Penfield, Nova Scotia! Welcome to the Centennial Arena, and welcome to Wrestling Reality!
In my opinion, that the bad guy, unless it's a title match and he holds the title, should be the first out to the ring. And that sets the mood. When a bad guy walks out with a good persona and a strut and really has an aura about him, it can really, you're just setting up the balls for the good guy to knock them down.
What you dirty little hillbillies are looking at right now is the original Cardinal Sinners.
And honest, they are hillbillies.
And later on tonight, we're gonna annihilate two of your little heroes, and when we're done with them, we're gonna step into the crowd and kick the living crap out of every single one of you beer-swilling, toothless, hillbilly pieces of garbage.
Being a heel it's easy for me because I'm a very sarcastic person by nature. So for me, it's very easy. I like to get into character. For instance, if I was coming to a show here, I would start getting mentally prepared to be in that heel type of environment where I'm going to pick at people and I'm going to think of ways to degrade people and just to physically act around people. That's going to make people repulsive. I think of what would piss me off the most if somebody acted that way to me, and that's the way I act to them.
To wrestle Wildman is a huge thrill and a huge honor. The guy is known all across this country and is definitely one of the country's best wrestlers. Now, I know from listening to Titus just talk, I know his opinion on wrestling. I know how he feels about wrestling. And I'll be very interested to see if that changes over the span of the week, just from being around the veterans of the sport.
The match was awesome, man. I'm really happy. Gary didn't seem as pleased as I am with it, but hey, I haven't been wrestling like half the time he has, you know what I mean?
What made it so
I
good?
find he was, I just, everything flowed, crowd reacted.
Not a good show so far. There's only been one good match. That was the fourth match. There was good heat in the matches. There was good crowd reaction, but it's not the television quality that I wanted. I think we may have too inexperienced of a roster.
I was really disappointed in Sidewinder. You know, he was a guy that I really put up to be a real up-and-coming guy.
His problem is it's in his head. I just don't think he gets the responsibility. You know, he doesn't know when to be serious and when to be a kid.
What you see isn't what you get with Sidewinder. You see a good-looking, physically fit young man. But what you really have is a good-looking, physically very unfit young man.
It went really well. Sidewinder wasn't fighting back as much as I like him to, but it went over all right. Nick, fight back when I give you the office. I was giving you tons of time.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it.
Sorry about that.
It's fine though.
Thanks a lot, man.
Just remember, like next time, if I'm picking you up, give me a couple shots of something, make me cut you off.
Okay, sorry. Anything else you want to give me notes on?
Just
when you come back, man, you got to move on your comeback. You're a little guy, man. You got to be fast and speed. You're hitting him with that atomic drop, the front atomic drop, but you're not moving. You're just standing in one place. So when you fire up, this doesn't portray anything to the crowd. Go on! Like, you got to over-animate everything. And you got to be moving. The first atomic drop was fine, but you should have hit the ropes, hit him with a flying burrito. You got to be flying in your comeback, man.
Don't sell in your fucking comeback. You're supposed to be nailing him. You're fucking move. You're the smallest guy here. You move slower than me. Fly in there, for fuck's sakes.
We had a match tonight between the two girls. It was a dark match. It wasn't something that we were going to tape for television. You know, after Peter had talked about not being a deer in a headlight, that's exactly what happened to Crystal tonight. It was a really poor match. There was a huge fight between the two of them.
All right. That was probably the worst match of my career. Probably. She just forgot everything. And it wasn't that I don't know. She drew a blank. Because all she kept saying was, I don't know what to do. So everything went to crap, and it was a whole crap, and I had to put her over somehow. But I think we should go talk to her. Look at my fucking knee. What is this?
Fucking 3 seconds, like, you rolled me up the first time, like, for the crucifix, and as soon as I hit, I was like, what the fuck is that pain? And I'm thinking about half the roll up.
On the crucifix? It's a back bump.
I landed on my finger, I don't know how.
You went outside and came right back in and looked at me. I didn't know what to do. What
fucking Dave was telling me, she said get in the ring, so I fucking got in the ring.
One kind of fucked it up.
You can say it fucked up, doesn't it?
Yeah, she really fucked it up.
Yeah.
It wasn't both parties. One of the girls is really good. The other one needed to be in the ring a lot more.
I'm fucking down here. Take over. Bring me back up. Take over.
The big thing you gotta remember, you guys are gonna work like 3 or 4 more times over the tour, right? First night, you know, fucking lots of fuck-ups, you know, screw-ups on whoever's behalf they were. But, you know, just remember, you know, you're working again tomorrow night, you're working again Wednesday night, Friday night. You know, just come together and gel, like, you know. Take tonight, fucking look at it, know where you made your mistakes, know what was good, and then turn around next night. It's a whole new ball game, whole new crowd. You gotta remember, they don't know that you screwed up spots.
I'm not mad at the fans. I'm mad that we had a bad match.
I'm just saying, they don't know any better. They don't know if you fucked up. As far as they're concerned, that's how the match was exactly supposed to happen.
Wasn't a great card. I won't lie. It wasn't a great night of wrestling, but it's a start.
Every town, it seems, there's always your local hillbilly hero. Everybody that wants to prove that they're bigger than you, that they're tougher than you. And it always seems like there's a magic mirror in all these people's houses because they totally look at themselves in different ways than obviously everybody else does. For instance, Lumberjack Bob or Joe or Jack or whatever his name is.
My name's Lumberjack Bob. I come from the camps of Yoho. I'm the toughest son of a bitch you'll ever fucking meet. There ain't none of these rascals can beat me.
Are you a wrestler yourself?
No, I'm a semi-pro. What'd you call that? Like, I just like to go to the bars and beat people. I don't know what they do for a workout, but I swing a 22-ounce hammer all day, and that keeps me tough.
I fuck pussy.
I eat it. I'll show you muscle. This ain't no fake.
That's not artificial.
That ain't artificial. That's just 52 years old. That ain't no fucking artificial. That's muscle. That's from working.
You know, there's a guy like that in every small town that I've ever wrestled in. You know, wrestling's fake. These guys take steroids. I'm a hard-working man. Blah blah blah. This and that. But you know, it's flattery, really. It's just jealousy. That's all it is. I mean, look at that guy. Do you think that there's a lot of happy stories involved in his life?
Taking his shirt off right now. Get the camera over here. Bring him on. Bring him on, Roddy. I'm going to show you some toughness. That's the powerhouse.
It's nice that he's showing the crack of his ass to the camera, though, isn't it?
That's just a mouth. We'll see the bum.
You meet people like that all the time, but just in different walks of life. But yeah, no, that's a regular thing. Like I think Pete said, that's what we attract.
Technically, it wasn't a great show. Wrestling-wise, it was okay in spots. It was good in spots. It was bad in spots. I think we've started on something though. The glitches will be worked out. I'm a perfectionist. You know, I work very hard at everything I do, and I expect other people to do the same.
Well, tonight, for a group of people, whether it be cameramen, wrestlers, ring announcers, whatever, for the first time tonight, everybody working together, I thought it went pretty smooth. Of course, you're a perfectionist, you want to get the best of everything every single night, but realistically, it never happens.
I'm a little disappointed in the crowd. I would like to have seen a few more, a couple hundred more would have been really, really nice. But you know what? The number we drew was fantastic for, you know, anybody else would be thrilled to get a crowd like that. And yeah, no, I'm happy overall, very happy. It's one of those things that we take our trade so serious that when we're in there, we want everything to run perfect because you only get one crack at it. You only get 15 or 20 minutes in front of that crowd, and you want it to be perfect. You think about it all day.
Well, I think we have a positive group together, and when a lot of people together think collectively positively, good things happen. So I don't think we can fail, to be honest.
But I thought it went particularly well tonight. I thought the fans got a good show. Everybody that was at the building tonight, when they came backstage to get autographs and stuff, they expressed that they had a great time, their money's worth, and probably more they thought. So when the people that come to see you perform tell you they had a great time and it was well worth their money, you can't really ask for much more, you know what I mean? They'll go tell people that didn't come tonight what they missed out on. So the next time you come back, there'll be more people there.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, totally.
I'm going to take him out right here in public.
How do you know it's me?
Keep that camera. Because no one has an arm.
Against your ass.
No one has an arm as big as my leg, that's why.
Mm-hmm.